at Allegria Hotel, overlooking the boardwalk here in Long Island's best and most popular city, Long Beach. And we have a very important subject to talk about, domestic violence. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we want to bring it right here in Long Beach. What's going on with this important subject in Long Beach? I have a special contributor who has two great guests, so without any further ado, let's welcome in, have a round of applause for my friend Steve Vaccaro. Take it away, Steve.
Well, thank you, Howie. This is a very important time of the year to talk about domestic violence. I'm honored to have several representatives from the Long Beach Police Department. I have Roland Menendez and Bruce Azetta, who have lots of years of experience working with domestic violence in the Long Beach area. Just in general, domestic violence can be defined as a pattern of abusive behavior in a relationship that is used by one partner to gain and maintain the power and control over another intimate partner. Domestic violence can be physical, sexual, emotional, economic, or psychological actions or threats or actions that influence other people. This includes any behaviors that intimidate, manipulate, humiliate, isolate, frighten, terrorize, coerce, threaten, blame, hurt, or injure or wound someone. It can take forms of physical abuse, sexual abuse, economic abuse, and various other abuse that interferes with the family. Nationwide, some statistics that you may want to have to know about is 1 in every 4 women has experienced domestic violence in her lifetime. Estimates range from 960,000 incidents of violence against a current or former spouse. Women accounted for 85% of the victims of intimate partner violence, men, or approximately 15%. These statistics are really alarming. So I wanted to bring it a little closer to home to Long Beach. I want to introduce Detective Menendez, and he can talk a little about himself, and then turn it over to Ms. Azetta.
Trying to get some more light on.
Okay.
How you doing? My name is Roland Menendez. I'm a police officer in the Long Beach Police Department. I've been working in Long Beach almost 8 years now. Prior to that, I have 3.5 years experience. I've been Nassau County Deputy Sheriff, Family Court Unit. So I'm familiar with domestic violence and serving orders of protections and everything that goes into that. In addition, my partner, Officer Azetta, is my partner here. Bruce?
Yes, hello, I'm Officer Azetta with the Long Beach Police Department. I've been a police officer for 23 years. I've been working in the domestic violence unit since January of 2011. And about that time, the department had noticed that due to the amount of domestic violence cases, that the department really needed a unit, a domestic violence unit with officers dedicated to handling these cases. Since that time, we've handled approximately 800 cases, over 30 arrests, and that includes myself, Officer Menendez, and Detective Garcia, and over 40 criminal contempt arrests by this department. What we mean by that is that there are orders of protection that victims can obtain through criminal court or family court, and when these orders are violated by the respondent, the opposing subject of this incident, the police department goes out and they make an arrest of the subject. A very pro-arrest, and when the order is violated, we handle that expeditiously. What we do when we get involved in a domestic incident is that we call the victim. We like to make sure that we have a safe contact number for that victim, a number in which the other party does not have, and in which the victim himself feels safe in receiving that call, and that we're not starting an incident by making that call. On occasion, we will go to a home visit if we're unable to reach the victim. We'll go to their house and make sure that they are okay. On occasion, the victim will meet with us for further assistance. What we do is we can assist them in getting orders of protection from family court. We have family court pre-screened papers on our computer at work. We can help them fill those out and give them information on how to get the order from family court. It takes the emphasis off the victim, where they're not feeling so much alone. We like to emphasize this as a team effort, that the victim is not alone. We are working with them in a cohesive effort to meet their needs. We like to refer victims to counseling, anger management, alcohol and substance abuse where needed. Our goal here is to see that the victim gets whatever resources they need to get through the incident and to break the cycle of domestic violence. We also work with the Nassau County PINS division. If there are minors, youths under the age of 17, we see that they get the help they need through social services by referring them to Supreme Jones, who heads that department. Her number is 516-227-8404. If there are any families out there who need our assistance, they need somebody to talk about, they can call us at the police department. Our phone number is 516-705-7371. We also work with other various agencies, and I'll hand this over to Officer Menendez so we can discuss that.
Yes, thank you, Bruce. In addition to our unit, as my partner was saying, we also deal with the Nassau County Coalition Against Domestic Violence. Once again, that number is 516-542-0404. They're open 24 hours. And any questions that you have, if it's something that you want to do it confidentially at first, you're a little uncomfortable talking to us to begin with, feel free to call them. They've heard everything, and they will direct you to the right people. And we're there to help you also. In addition to that, we deal with the alcohol side of that. Long Beach Max is a very good facility. They're located in Long Beach. Domestic violence, a lot of it has to do with, unfortunately, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, and they're a good place to start. There's no place out in Mineola. It's called Allegria. It's the Long Island Council for Alcohol Dependence. A very good facility. Their website is LICAD. It's LICADD.org. Very good website to check out also. Once again, we also deal a lot with family court and the deputy sheriffs. It's very important to get these order protections served. So when they run into the problem, we're there to help them. A lot of times we have a good rapport with the family, with the victims. Sometimes we've had numerous run-ins with them, and we can get them to come into the precinct, and we can take care of the order protections and things like that there. The goal is to have the victim safe, and the families to stay together. In addition, we also offer anger management counseling phone numbers. Like I said, the victim as well as the respondent or the abuser, a lot of times they can be helped with some anger management and things like that. We want to try to keep families together and not So once again, our phone number is 516-705-7371. Please leave a message with a safe number for us to contact you. And if there's a specific time for aim to call, we will call you at that time. So we don't want to cause any additional problems in your household. So thank you. And domestic violence is out there, and we're here to combat it and hopefully stop it altogether.
You both mentioned about children and the work that you do with children. About 15 million children a year witness domestic violence. So what do you see happening with the children in Long Beach with the efforts that you make? What's the goal for you to work through so that these children kind of turn things around or get the help that they need?
We work very closely with child protective services. Very often we will make a referral to CPS when children have witnessed acts of violence. We make sure that they get the need if that involves kids diversion, social services. We try to identify a primary abuser in such a situation and see that that person gets the help they need. There could be an alcohol problem in the family. We would take that person and we would refer them to certain rehabs and agencies so that they can get a handle on their alcohol problem. And we work closely with CPS and we follow it down to the very end.
this, it's important to establish, I know Doreen Plant's on our panel also, as a social worker, I'm a school psychologist. It's important to establish trust in the poor so that counseling process can begin and the healing can also begin in a domestic violence situation. So I want to thank you two gentlemen for being here today. It's a really important cause, and I greatly appreciate your time and efforts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Let's give it up to Steve. Guys, thank you so much. It was such an informative, great topic, and I really think it makes a difference. We appreciate all the great work the Long Beach Police Department does here in this community. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You know, folks, Hurricane Irene hit. This community was swamped, all sorts of problems, and the police department was there every step of the way. They worked overtime. They did a great job. So, again, a round of applause for the great Long Beach Police Department. All right, we're going to take a break. Coming up next week, we're going to devote the whole show to Breast Cancer Awareness Week. We have a special guest. Joe Satriano has a big event coming up called the Walk of Lights. You'll want to hear what Joe has to say. He's a leading expert on breast cancer, and he's done so many great things for families of breast cancer, people with breast cancer. So Joe Satriano is coming up. But right now we're going to take a break. I am Halftime Howie. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie, coming to you from the beautiful, elegant Allegria Hotel in Long Beach. More fun after the break on Long Island's first and oldest radio station, 1240 AM, WG.